So here we go, YouTube video number 2. So is O.A.R. the perfect band to see live at Red Rocks? In short, my opinion, the answer is yes. O.A.R. considers their concerts an exchange of energy between the band and the fans. So when you add in Red Rocks, it just brings a whole different level of energy. If you've never been to Red Rocks, I highly suggest finding a concert you like, whoever it is, whatever genre, go, experience it. When you walk in, there's just a different feel that no other venue gives you. It's an aura, it's an energy. You really can't explain it until you walk in there, especially when it's one of your favorite bands. So if you don't know anything about O.A.R., they've been around since 1996. They started at their middle school talent show. The 4 original members are still together. So they added a 5th member that's permanent, and then when they go on tour, they have a keyboardist and trumpet player who also they come along for the tour. And they always have some special guests. Sometimes it's one of the Marleys because they play a mix of kind of like reggae and rock and pop. It's just a wide variety of music. It's all positive. It's a positive brand of music. A lot of the lyrics come from personal experiences. They talk about people who have passed away in their lives. All the lyrics have meanings, and all the songs have meanings, and it's just good music. They have good energy. You want to dance, you end up crying, you end up just having a good time all concert. From what I remember, I barely remember leaving, if barely. But so we get up there. We wanted to get up there at about 3:30, and we wanted to tailgate a little bit. I think we got up there a little bit later than we wanted. We were the first car that got turned out of the parking lot because the parking lot was full. So we ended up parking right outside the parking lot, heading downhill, which ended up being maybe the best parking spot the entire venue had, because we didn't have a far walk. You already have to walk uphill with no air. So we get there, we start our own little tailgate. It was kind of windy, it was kind of rainy, it was a little bit chilly. So we didn't go join everybody else, but there was, a lot of families up there playing frisbee, football, whatever. O.A.R. has a very good live following. That's how they got their fame, I guess, was their concerts. They didn't market, they didn't do anything. They just got popular by word of mouth and by touring. And they are very good performers. So we hear a lot of music, we see people partying, it's Colorado, so people are having a lot of fun, drinking, smoking, just enjoying the environment, because there's a whole different vibe that Red Rocks gives you that you don't get anywhere else. We had seen O.A.R. 5 or 6 years ago at a small venue here in Oklahoma City called Jones Assembly. They'd played at Red Rocks the night before. They came through, played at Jones Assembly. They brought the same energy. They really put on a great show. But we said that night that next time that O.A.R. is at Red Rocks, we're getting tickets and we're going. So when they announced their tour, we saw the date. We bought tickets the day they went on sale. We had great tickets. We went with great friends. It was just a great time. We get into the show after walking uphill. Take your time getting up there. It's not a hard walk. It's just a uphill walk with very little air. So take a beer, enjoy the walk. Know that you can take some stuff in. I think you can take a backpack in with a blanket. I don't know what else we got in. I think maybe Meg had a flask in there. I don't know what else she had in there. She always packs like we're going on a vacation when she goes to a concert or anywhere. But they let her take everything in. We get in, there's plenty of seats, or plenty of room at your seats when you get there. So you're not crammed. There's room to stand, there's room to move, there's room to dance. I don't really dance, I kind of bounce more than dance, but that's fun. So Fitz and the Tantrums opened up for O.A.R. I didn't know that much about Fitz and the Tantrums. I just kind of started listening to them a week or so before we went just to hear who the opening band was. I didn't realize how big they were. They have way more followers on Spotify than O.A.R. does. So there was a lot of people there just to see Fitz and the Tantrums. And I knew probably 4 of the songs, but they really brought a lot of energy. They had people up dancing, they had people up moving. A lot of the younger people were there to see Fitz and the Tantrums, and they were really good. I was really impressed with them. After Fitz and the Tantrums, there's a break in between. We go to the bathroom, we get drinks, start talking to people. We realize there's people there from all over. People traveled in from all corners of the U.S., from overseas, from everywhere to see O.A.R. live. They hadn't been there in, I think, it had been 6 years since they'd been there. Luckily enough, they're going to be back this year in 2025. We're going to go back. We already have our tickets, going back to see them. Vale the night before, then Red Rocks. I don't think they're really going on tour, so it's just a couple shows they're playing. I think they call it the road trip. I don't know if we're going to go to Vale. I'd kind of like to. We'll see. Anyway, O.A.R. comes out. They start off with Black Rock. One of their biggest songs, one of their better songs, I guess. They don't have a set list that anybody ever knows. You can't look up a set list and know what they're going to play that night. It changes every single concert, every single venue. They have a different set list. You know you're going to hear Crazy Game of Poker. You know you're going to hear Hey Girl. You know you're going to hear Shattered. But other than that, you don't really know the songs that you're going to hear. So you kind of hope that you hear certain songs, but you got to go back to see another concert if you don't hear your song. So they know what they're doing. They pick great set lists every single play, every single concert. They're going to play 1 or 2 new songs, and it's going to be a good time. I don't think we set down the entire concert. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to dance. You're going to move. You're just going to have a good time at an O.A.R. concert. If you've never been, you don't realize how much energy the trumpet player brings. He's really the guy with all the energy. He gets the crowd pumped up. Our friends that were with us, they'd never been to an O.A.R. show. They didn't realize what a key part he played. But there's parts in songs where it's just trumpet solos. And I didn't know I was a trumpet fan, but he just gets you fired up and gets you going. And it's, like I say, if you've never seen O.A.R., it would be surprising. It's one of those bands that you really need to see live to appreciate. They're great on Spotify, they're great on the radio, but to see them live is something completely different and, to me, a little bit mesmerizing. They end with Everybody Wants to Rule the World. They have Fitz and Tantrums come out with it. That's always been one of my favorite songs also. So I was glad that they played that. And then the song before they ended was Crazy Game of Poker, which they play every single concert. I think they have since 1999. It's their kind of party song, their anthem. Gets the crowd up moving. Well, the crowd's already up moving. Just gets them excited. Cards shooting up in the air. They kind of just float there. It's pretty cool. My friend has a video of the cards just kind of floating in the air when they start playing the song. So, and they play it a little bit different every concert, every time. They add some lyrics, kind of mix it up. And they've been together since 1996, so they don't miss a beat. They can play off of each other. They just don't miss. So basically, in closing, go watch O.A.R. live. I don't care if it's Red Rocks. I don't care if it's at Jones Assembly. I don't care if it's in somebody's pasture. Go watch them live. They bring the same energy every show. They vowed to themselves that they would do that since they sold out a concert in, I think, 2006, like at Madison Square Garden. They said, we're going to bring that energy every single concert. And I think they do. I think they live up to it. So, in closing, Red Rocks, yes. O.A.R., yes. Go watch. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. As soon as I can figure out how to edit a video, we're going to do some fun stuff on here with monster ballads, vinyls. We're going to talk about festival lineups. We're going to talk about festivals. We're going to talk about forgotten bands, country, rock. We don't have really any agenda. Just going to put out content as it comes to my mind and see what happens. So thanks for listening. Peace.